What the fuck? Why on Facebook it say hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. There we go. Ah, there we go. There we go. What's up, Styles? Is that how you say your name? I don't want to try to do anything with the rest of it. Shit, it's getting hot in here. That would be like really funny. Shoot, shoot. It's gonna wait for a few more people to come in. It is so hot in here. Sheesh. Woo! How is everybody doing? I see people coming on and everybody just being quiet. Nobody saying anything. Motherfucking spies just want to come on and spy and shit. Don't want to say shit. What's up, Alicia? What's up, Nancy? Denigi. Denise G. We never, I don't remember whether you said the G was hard or soft. Denigi, Denigi. I like, it sounded like it would be Denigi. I think you did say that. Oh, no. No, you didn't. You never specified the G, whether the G was hard or soft. Yeah, that don't tell me if the G is hard or soft, though. It could go both ways, G or G. Oh, man. I've been thinking about getting a massage for days, and I haven't went and got one. That might just be Gi. Got you, Denigi. That might just be what I needed to go get one. How you liking that durian, Nancy? You see what I'm eating on? Finishing up this cucumber. I just tried 3 different fruits and they were all shitty. All of them. To me. I just tried mangosteen and I tried about 5 of them. They were all bad. I paid like $32 for a bag of mangosteen, and the 5 that I cut open and tried, they were all bad in different ways. I'm looking for my receipt, see if I could take them back. If I find my receipt, I'm taking them back. So I tried mangosteen. I tried I think it's called pepino melon. Let me see. It's a really small melon. Yep. I just tried pepino melon. I almost like I don't really want to like speak bad about the fruit. So I'm just gonna say it like this. The mangosteen, one, it seemed like a lot of them just weren't ripening based on what people had told me how to know when they're ripe and ready to eat. It seemed like only a few, I probably had about 15, and it seemed like only maybe 3 of them had matched what they had told me to look for. Like being soft, like not too soft, but if you push in, apply a little pressure, you should be able to like indent the fruit. And the color, right? You don't want to turn it brown. So I found like 3 that matched that. But I also tried others that didn't match that because I wanted to know for myself. I cut open one, it was like the fruit was fucking black inside. Like, the mangosteen fruit is white. It almost looks like say like mandarins. Like the individual, little kind of like triangular pieces. It looks like that, but smaller, kind of in a pod, and they're white. And the first one I cut open, like it was mostly black. Looked like black mold all over it. That's what it looked like. The second one I cut open, it was just extra slimy. Like it just didn't feel right. And I still like scooped a little bit out and tasted it, and it was a little sweet, but it was a lot bitter. The third one that I cut open, the third, fourth, and fifth one that I cut open were the ones that were supposed to be ripe, that matched what a ripe mangosteen should look and feel like. And I feel like I might have had one good one out of all of them that I tried, and it had that like sweet but also bitter taste too, and the bitter was stronger than the sweet. The bitterness overpowered the sweetness and just made it just undesirable. So, and then it's such a small amount of fruit and so much work to get to it. Some people said that you should be able to like squeeze on the shell and it breaks. I didn't have any like that would just break. Unless my grip strength is just weak. But nothing broke. I had to cut all of them. So that was the mangosteen. The pepino melon, it was not sweet at all. I can't even explain how that one tasted. But it had like no flavor to it. The texture was really soft, really easy to cut through. The outer protective layer is really thin. Like it seemed like you could probably eat it. It had no flavor though. Like I feel like it was, like I'm eating on a cucumber right now. This doesn't have any flavor. I can't even tell you why I like eating them. Like honestly, I think it's probably because of, I know the crunch got something to do with it. I would never eat these if they weren't crunchy. I'm pretty sure of that. So I don't, but it don't taste like nothing. That pepino melon, it was just different. Like it just didn't have anything to offer. Like it had nothing to offer. like nothing. It's coming to the table with nothing. Like you get in a relationship with somebody and they bring nothing to the table. That was that pepino melon. And then I tried a cactus pear, a red cactus pear. And I feel like that could have been good, but it had so many seeds in it. Like you cut it open and it's red inside. Like it looks so dope when you cut it open because it's red on the outside and the flesh is red. You know, it reminded me of a red dragon fruit. Not the dragon fruit that's red on the outside and white on the inside, but the dragon fruit that's red on the outside and the inside. And it looked like, it's like, oh man, the third time's a charm. This looked like a winner. And like I said, I feel like it could have been. But it had so many seeds. And then you couldn't eat the seeds because they were so hard. Like, I don't think you could bite down on them and crush them. I don't think you could. I didn't want to try it. I'm like, shit, I might break a tooth if I try to, bite down on these seeds. So I ended up just spitting them out. Like, you can't even chew the fruit. There's so many seeds, you can't even chew the fruit. Like, it's crazy. So those are the three fruits that I tried today. And now, like I know. Like those are three fruits that I'm sure I'll see again, in the store, and I know to just keep on walking. Yes, it is, Charlie. What's up, D-Fin? What fruit you talking about, bro? You swallow the cactus pear seeds? If that's what you're talking about, I ain't doing it. That don't even sound right to me. Oh, yeah. It was good, man. It's just the seeds. What you do with the seeds? I never had a dragon fruit like the red flesh dragon fruit. They don't sell them over here. Like I would have to order that from like one of these online companies that sell fruit boxes. Yeah, I'm not swallowing. That just don't. That just seemed like it would be a lot to break down. I'm not doing. I spit them bitches out, and it just wasn't worth it. That's funny that you added no Diddy at the end of that. Yeah, hey Nancy, how does the red dragon fruit taste in comparison to all of them? Like the red, the yellow, and the white. How does the red taste? Which one do you like better? No, they don't. They don't have a red flesh dragon fruit here. You can't just assume that every Chinese or Asian market in the world is gonna have red dragon fruit, like the red flesh dragon fruit. I'm in Asian market probably once a week. Sometimes I just go there just to, just look at what fruit they got. Because they got fruit that no one else has. And I just started buying my son's dog's food from there. So I'm always there. Joe Tom, what's up, my brother? Yellow, red, white, in that order. Okay. I've never seen red dragon fruit. I've seen dragon fruits that were red on the outside at Whole Foods. Not red on the inside though. So Joe said the yellow is the best, then the red, then the white. I've had the yellow and the white. I don't even know why the yellow is better. I don't even know why it's better. I think it's mental. I really think it's mental. I think it's because everybody else said that the yellow is better. Hold on, I gotta run outside. Man, it's been raining like every day. Every day, like all day. Like it's spring or something. They need to quit playing with the weather, man. Where you at, Danigi? Hey, they do, Danigi. They do. I just it's on YouTube. It hasn't posted yet though. I posted a video of me feeding Bella a chicken. And it was the whole chicken. I never seen a whole chicken like that before. Like dead. Although, it's not a chicken no more. Like it used to be a chicken. I guess it's like a chicken carcass now. Whatever you would call it. It's not a chicken when it's dead though. But I had a whole one. Like the whole body. The feet, the toenails, the head, the neck, like everything. And I didn't know what Bella was gonna do. I didn't know how she was gonna eat it. Like if she was just like gonna not eat the head. Like I really didn't think she would eat the head or the feet. Man, she devoured that whole thing. Like she had eaten the head before we left out the house. Because I eventually just gave it to her and let her take it outside. And just kind of holding it up by the legs and just kind of dangling, just kind of fucking with her a little bit. She grabbed the head and just ripped it off and devoured it. Like that shit really grossed me out too. I guess like the more I do it, it won't be as gross. But that was my first time doing it. That really grossed me out because I had never seen, like a body of like a dead bird like that. So, but yeah, they got everything there. Like I don't know. Like I ain't trying to be racist or nothing. Like they just like their don't give a fuck is on a different level. Like their level of savage is off the chart. Like they really not, and I'm sure it's not all of them, but I'm just saying, like generally speaking, they be on some other shit. They be on some other shit because you go in there, you see shit in there that you're not gonna see anywhere else. Like they don't be giving a fuck. For real. Yeah, Charlie, man, that shit was fucking. Oh man. That shit was. And you know, like what was really powerful about that experience with me, like just say, you know, I'm out in the wild. I'm roaming nature, looking for something to eat. I don't know what fruit is. Like I'm just looking for something to eat. I don't know what nothing is. I don't know what fruit is. I don't know what vegetables is, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Say somehow, you know, I came across a dead bird. Let's just say it was freshly killed. You know, somebody else, some other animal or something did the dirty work for me. And I can't, like, there's just no way I could eat that. The way that grossed me out, like, I didn't need any more evidence or proof that we are fruit eaters. You know what I'm saying? But I got a lot more. Just the way I reacted to it when I saw it. You know what I'm saying? Versus the way Bella reacted to it when she saw it. When she saw it, she was excited, licking her lips, tail just going crazy. When I saw it, I was like, like trying not to look at certain things. Like it was so just, I don't know, just gross and disgusting to me. That lets me know if, like, I don't need to read what experts say or anybody else. That right there, if I didn't know and if I had the awareness, that right there would definitely let me know I'm not supposed to eat that. You would never react to something like that that was intended to be food for you. I don't react like that with fruit. So, and it like, it kind of like made me aware of something else. You know, it's like Asians, like the Asian markets, they'll sell like the whole bird. I don't know if the other animals that I got is like, you know, got the heads on them and stuff. But you know, I bought several different animals for her, you know, just to give her some variety. But you never see it like that. Like people that eat animals, they never see the truth. You know, by the time they see it, it's all dressed up, it's all doctored up. You know what I'm saying? It's smothered in sauce, looking pretty, almost like resembling fruit, you know, brightly colored sauces and sweet and tangy sauces. And it's cooked and it smells good because not because of the actual flesh of that dead bird, but because of all the plants that they sprinkle on it that they call herbs, seasoning, spices, because of all the plants that they sprinkle on it and cook into it, and because of the sauce on top. You know, they see it, it's like, wow, it looks good. And it does look delicious. And it smells delicious and it tastes delicious, but that's all the deception. The deception is strong. It's all a deception. It's all a lie. And the truth is, what I was holding in my kitchen by the foot yesterday, and it was just dangling, and his fucking neck and head was just dangling, and it was just limp. That's the truth. And no matter how you dress that up, that's what people are eating. It don't matter how much cooking, what you add to it, how many plants, herbs, spice, whatever you put on it, you drown it in something, it doesn't matter. That's still what you're eating. That dead bird that I was holding by the ankle. Or I don't know if they have ankles. Feet, foot. I imagine they would need ankles, right? To pivot. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? So like it, like that experience, it gave me perspectives on like several different things. Like it heightened my awareness in several different areas. You know, it was just really powerful comparing how I reacted to it to how she reacted to it. You know what I'm saying? And most people that eat shit like that, they would have probably, I'm sure they would have reacted. Most people would have reacted like me if they got to see it like that. But that's what they do. They hide the truth. They hide the truth. They just lie. They deceive you. They don't let you see the truth. Same thing. Like, I mean, shit. Well, you couldn't pick up a cow, but just imagine if you saw cows like that. That's why, like, you can't even, like, go to a slaughterhouse if they'll allow you in. You can't allow cameras in there. I mean, they don't allow cameras in there. People never see the truth about what they're eating. And so, you know, their ignorance is bliss. You know, they don't see that cow. You know, just I went riding this past weekend, and it's like an hour from me. So, you know, it's a lot of country I had to go through, a lot of farmland and stuff. And on my way back, I drove past some cows and some horses, and I pulled over because this is just a rare sight to see cows just out roaming free and grazing. And the same with horses. They were at two different properties across the street from each other. And, you know, one was a little further down than the other, but I had to go see them. And so I walked up, and I'm talking to the cows and stuff and just watching them and observing them. And I'm looking at this whole cow, this whole 2,500-pound cow, and just thinking, most people that eat their flesh, they wouldn't be able to kill it. Like, when you see the cow, and as big as it is, you see how gentle it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so, like, you just feel love coming from the cow. Right? And it's just grazing. You know, just living life. It's not bothering nothing. Most people wouldn't be able to walk up to that cow with a knife in hand, slice its throat, and then just watch it die as it bled to death and choked on its own blood, watch it struggle and fight, you know, just for the breath of life. You know what I mean? And fucking shake violently. You look like having a seizure, just trying to live, wanting to live, fighting to live. Most people couldn't do it. There's some demons, obviously, that can do it. But you have to be a demon to be able to do that. That's the only way you could do it. It's an animal that, like, it hasn't done anything to nobody. You know, like, when a human kills an innocent human, there's outrage. But when a human kills an innocent animal, there's nothing. I mean, of course, you know, like, you do have like protesters like the vegans and stuff like that. But what I'm saying, like, they don't call no shots. You know, they don't have any power. And, you know, really their whole approach is just stupid. I've seen a protest where they was just laying on the ground or some shit. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to do? But I'm just saying, I'm talking about people that have, you know, the power to make decisions. Like, why is there no outrage there? That's an innocent animal. It's no different. So, like, but to see the cow, like, it just puts things in a totally different perspective. When you see that life, and like, the more you look at it, not like the more you look at the animal, at the cow, like whatever the animal is, the more you realize that that animal is just like you. Like, you're part of the same kingdom. You know, it's in a different form. It has 4 legs instead of 2. It's bigger than you. Like whatever. But it's the same as you. It has the same emotions. It feels fear. It feels pleasure, joy, happiness, peace, stress, depression, anxiety. It feels everything we feel. It has consciousness, awareness, like everything. So that was just a really interesting experience. And then it started shitting while I was talking to it. And it was a runny shit too. Like it was like brown and watery but lumpy too. And it was just fucking pouring out while I was talking to it. And I'm just like, you're eating something that shits. Or like people are eating and like animals that shit. They shit. Like fruits don't shit. Just puts things in totally different perspective when you get to see the animal. And again, if more people, they keep that truth from you, by the time they present it to you, it's all, beautified and doctored up and everything's looking good. And like to some degree anyway, like that shit don't even look good to me in the grocery store, But if say like you go out to eat, you know what I'm saying, and they bring that shit to you on your plate, it look good, smell good, everything, the deception is strong. But people are eating, a mother, a father, a son, a daughter, But yeah, Angela says she's seen cows cry. I'm sure. Like you can look in an animal's eyes and you can feel them. Like you really have to be a demon to kill an animal. Period. And most people that eat them are not demons. Not to that level. And they would never, if they had to kill the animal themselves, they would never do it. And they would just change their diet. Because they're not going to, go out, grab a chicken out the backyard, cut its head off. And this is something that they could do. People, that eat animals, they like to talk about the quality and all that. Well, you could buy chickens. You don't need a lot of room to keep a chicken. Like there's people in the city that got chickens and roosters and shit. Like in the city. There's people in the fucking hood that got chickens and shit and fucking roosters that be crowing early in the morning. Cock-a-doodle-dooing or whatever you call that shit. Right? So that's something you could do. Let them motherfuckers roam around the house. And when you ready to eat, then you handle your business. But see, most people like they not gonna do that. They not gonna take that chicken outside, put him on a wood block, stretch his head out from his body, and cut his head off. Most people are not gonna do that. That alone lets you know that it's wrong for you. Now, if you're a demon, then you're not gonna feel that. Demons don't feel like sympathy, compassion, empathy. They don't have that. That's part of what makes them demons. They got fancy words for demons like psychopath or sociopath. These are demons. Narcissists, demons. These are all just different fancy names for demons. Most people are not going to do it. Like if you have a dog or a cat, when that animal dies, you don't kill it and eat it. There's no difference. I don't know why people think it's different. If it's a cow, if it's a bird, if it's a pig, a goat, a lamb, whatever. I don't know why people think it's different. There's no difference. So they keep the truth from you to steer you in the direction they want you to go in. They keep the truth from you. I mean, like, it's out there though. You just got to search for it. You just got to search for it. So yeah, I'm done with that for right now. How you doing, Reframing? Oh, you going to? Are you from Africa, Charlie? Hey, what's up? Happy success, luxury. Yeah, you know, like people find out that Asians eat cats and dogs, and you know they sell, you know, the flesh of cats in Chinese restaurants and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you're a fucking hypocrite. You're doing the same fucking thing. It's just a cow or a pig or a bird. You're doing the same thing. Like, it doesn't make a difference what the animal is. And I always say, and I know this to be true, like, there's no doubt in my mind, if you'll eat the flesh of an animal, you'll eat the flesh of a human. All they got to do is present that same delusion. That's all they got to do. They bring the flesh of a human out on your motherfucking plate, and that shit is sauced up and seasoned and got little fucking herbs and spices on that shit. They slap that shit on a bun, shape it into a patty, put some lettuce and onions and tomatoes on. You gonna eat that shit. They not gonna let you see it as the flesh of a human. They're gonna let you see it all dressed up, covered in herbs and spices and sauces, sweet and tangy sauces, salt and pepper and all those different types of seeds. That's how they're going to present it to you. And if you'll eat the flesh of a motherfucking animal, humans are animals too. We're in the same kingdom. It's the same thing. You're a carnivore. You're a fucking cannibal. Period. And quiet as it's kept, there's a lot of stories starting to turn up about human flesh being found, you know, in what they call meat. Human DNA is being found. I just posted a reel on Instagram about how they found, this was from a McDonald's supplier, according to the post. Like, it wasn't like an original post of mine. I got it off TikTok. And according to this video, this TikTok, this was a supplier of McDonald's. They supply McDonald's meat. And this so-called meat was just boxes and boxes and boxes of human remains. Oh, motherfucker, like, if you eat animal flesh, you eating human flesh too. Like, there's no doubt about that. Because the demand for the animal flesh is so fucking high. They can't keep up with it with just animals. That's why they're coming up with this fucking, I'm sure y'all probably heard of the 3D printed meat, where they're using fucking inks and shit. Like, it's being made with a printer, a 3D printer. This is gonna be on the market soon. It may be on the market in some places already. And I'm just saying, wherever there's smoke, there's fire. And there are more and more stories coming up about human DNA being found in meat, human remains being found at, they're not going to tell you, not right away anyway. They'll just like ease it in. Well, yeah, you better believe. You don't even know. You don't even know. Because the sauce is the deception. All that seasoning, all of those plants, those herbs and spices is the deception. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I don't do ingredients. I eat one fucking thing. One thing. No ingredients. If I see something with 2 ingredients, I don't buy that. One ingredient. That's it. Well, actually, there's no ingredients because what I'm eating is what it is. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I don't know why people trust these motherfuckers so much with what they eat, which is like one of the most important things to your human existence. It's how you feed yourself, what you put in your body, how you fuel your body. Like your whole life and your whole quality of life depends on that. And it's not even just your life that depends on that. Everybody that likes you and loves you, like on a subconscious level, are like kind of dependent on you to take care of yourself because they want to enjoy you as long as possible. You don't take care of yourself and you abuse your health and neglect it and take it for granted and just, feed your body just a bunch of bullshit. That shit gonna catch up with you. And you're not the only one that's gonna suffer from that. Your fucking kids gonna suffer. Your spouse gonna suffer. Parents gonna suffer. Family, friends gonna suffer. It affects everybody. The most important thing to your human existence, and people don't give a fuck about it. Like, people will eat any motherfucking thing. People be eating shit with 40, 50, 60, 70 motherfucking chemicals in it at one time. You understand what I'm saying? Eating 40, 50, 60, 70 different chemicals at one time. Chemicals are not food. And they have to add so many chemicals to this shit that they're selling because one, it's not food. And so they're trying to preserve it. They're trying to make it last long. Well, that means the same thing. They're trying to preserve it. They have to change the taste of it because probably most of those chemicals, if not all, are poisonous and they don't taste delicious. So they can't let you taste them in their natural state. So they change the taste of it. All these chemicals, all this shit is to change the taste of it, make it delicious, make it sweet, make it whatever. Change the color of it because they're not going to let you see its natural color. Because again, these are all just laboratory made chemicals. So they're going to make it nice and pretty for you. And then they'll add some more chemicals to make it smell good. It's all a lie. And people are eating this shit. Like every time they eat, they're eating it and feeding this shit to their kids. This is not even food. This is not food. And people are so fucked up that they won't even look at what the list of ingredients or chemicals are. And it's written right on the back of everything people are eating. It's written right on the back. People are so fucked up, they won't even spin the package around to see. Like, how you don't care about what you put in your body? Like, you care more about what you put in your car than you care about what you put in your body. How? How does that make any sense? That's the dumbest shit ever. And that's just the mentality of the majority of society. Like, people go to a restaurant where they not even gonna tell you what they're putting in, what they're preparing you. I needed to answer that call. They're not even gonna tell you. There is no ingredients list or nothing. You know what I'm saying? When I was like earlier in my transitioning, I was still going to restaurants. I started asking to know the ingredients. They couldn't even help me. They don't know themselves. because they're buying all this shit and they're not looking at the ingredients and they don't care. They don't care because they know people don't care. As long as it tastes good, it don't have to be good for you. It just has to taste good. That's all people care about. As long as it tastes good, people are going to buy it and eat it and they will come back. People don't give a fuck about the nutritional benefit, the side effects, how it can affect your health, what it does to nothing. Nothing. This is drug addict behavior. This is the same behavior that drug addicts display, which means you're a drug addict too. Drug addicts don't care about what's in the crack or the meth. And meth got all kind of toxic ass shit in it. I think like battery acid, motherfucking antifreeze, all kind of crazy shit in meth. They don't care. They just want to, when they hit that pipe, they want to feel better. And if it makes them feel better, that's all that matters. And it's just like everyday people. They don't give a fuck what's in the shit they eating, as long as when they eat it, it makes them feel better. Drug addict. They don't care about nothing else. Hey, yeah, I forgot to come, but I'll be heading over there in a little bit. I'll call you, let you know when I'm on the way.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
But yeah, like people don't see it. It's plain as day to me, though. It's plain as day. I was that person. I saw it in me first. Everything I talk about, I saw in me first, and I dealt with it in me. I had to do that in order to live the lifestyle that I live now and eat just fruit and eat just raw fruit. There's nothing that's, that people, there's no behavior that people display that I haven't seen in me. Nothing. So when, seeing it in me, like it's easy to see it in other people. Like, oh yeah, they're a drug addict. I know they think they're a food addict, but food is not addictive. I ate watermelon for 160 days. I was never addicted to it. When I couldn't get watermelon anymore, I didn't have the fucking shakes, the trembles. I wasn't dreaming about it. I wasn't being like just having constant thoughts about watermelon. I wasn't having like breaking out in cold sweats or nothing. Like a lot of that shit I did when I tried to get clean off of dairy. I experienced a lot of that getting clean off of dairy. Everything except the cold sweats. I experienced everything else. I'm just saying. It's really drug addiction. People don't like to hear that. I'm going to keep fucking saying it because it's the truth. You could deny it all the fuck you want, but it's the truth. And the kids are drug addicts too. That's why these little ass kids be in the store. Shit. Let them want some, in that little toxic ass, what they call candy section. Let they see some sugar-filled treat and want it. And that parent be like, no. That kid gonna have a fucking drug rage. Temper tantrum. Throwing a fit. Like mad as fuck. Like you don't see that's a problem? You don't see that's a sign? Like people are just, I don't know, man. It's like, let me come into the comments, see what y'all talking about. What's up, Gary? I'm great, brother. How you doing? Hey, that's I was thinking of I had just posted something about that, Mello, how It's the deception is real. You know, they make things that are just toxic to the body taste so good. And not only that, but they do it in a way that when you eat it, it makes you feel so good in that moment. That's what drugs do. People are, I'm keep fucking saying it. That's what drugs do. That's why people take drugs. Because they make you feel great in that moment. It don't matter what you have been going through in that day. It don't matter how hard or rough that day was. It don't matter how stressed out you are. You could be full of anxiety, whatever. Like you could be like, there could be fucking bills that you can't, like, no matter, you could be facing eviction, repossession. It don't matter. You do drugs and you feel better and your situation hasn't changed at all. And this is why people eat. They get the same effect from eating. I used to do it. So I know. You get the same effect from eating. You could have had a rough, stressful day, whatever, just be tired, exhausted mentally. And you go to your favorite restaurant, you order your favorite dish. You might order, if you like me, you might order 2 different meals, 3 different meals, whatever. And man, just knowing it's coming makes you feel better. You don't even have it yet. But just when you walk through the door, you feel better because you know that you're about to feel better for real. You know, as soon as you eat whatever you order, that you're just gonna, like, everything is gonna go away for a brief moment. That's what drugs do. A lot of shit that people are eating, it does the same thing because it's full of drugs. See, you research this shit, then you know. Like, people don't research, so you know this sound crazy. But I've been researching for over a decade, so I know. Y'all not eat, like, people are not eating food. They got people believing it's food. People are eating a whole lot of chemicals, and a lot of those chemicals are highly addictive. They're there to make you feel better. They're there to comfort you. Take away your problems, your pain, your misery, and just give you a moment of escape. That's what drugs do. That's what it is. And yeah, that's really interesting. Because over time, that shit is going to fuck your health up and eventually kill you. And I mean, you have like over 500 million people with diabetes currently. I think that number is over 500 million people. Over 500 million people. There's over 600 million people with, from last that I read, over 600 million people with heart disease. Like, you're over 1 billion people with just 2 diseases. And it's all caused by diet. This is all caused by drug addiction. Truthfully, that's what it really is. And one of the things that helped me transition was just calling shit what it really is. You know, I had to admit to myself, I'm a drug addict. I thought I was off drugs when I stopped smoking weed. Weed was the last thing I let go. I thought I was no longer a drug addict. And then I find out that these motherfuckers been slipping drugs in what I've been eating. And that's really why I loved it so much. I had to face that. I had to deal with that. I was mad about it, and I still am. People don't want to face it. You'll never get free. That's the reality. That's the truth. So, yeah, that's crazy how that works. Yeah, kids do follow what the parents feed them and teach. Yeah, of course. Like my mother didn't know. Her mother didn't know. Her mother didn't like. This doesn't just start with us. This goes back who knows how many generations. Smell is one of those senses that gets our attention, right? There's sight and there's smell. Sight, whichever one comes first, I don't know. Like either one could come first. But if you see it first and it's appealing to the eye, then that's going to stir up curiosity. Like immediately. That's why they make, like, if you notice, most of these toxic things that, they sell us to eat, it mimics fruit. Because by nature, we're drawn to bright, vibrant colors. This is why fruit is bright and vibrantly colored. You got reds and oranges and yellows and bright greens and purples and I'm sure, I don't know, yellows. Like you have a lot of bright, vibrant colors. This is why fruit is colored this way, to get our attention. This is why vegetables are not colored this way. Vegetables aren't brightly and vibrantly colored. So one of our first senses that stirs up curiosity within us is the color, like bright, vibrant colors. So like you see like every time I go in a store in a market, I go to the fruits. Like I walk through the vegetables first. I'm looking at everything. I don't want nothing. I go to the fruits, and there's fruits that I know I don't really like, but it's like I'm still drawn to them because of the colors. The colors draw me. You know what I'm saying? Like I try a lot of fruits just based on the color. I personally don't smell fruit. So for me, it's that sense alone that stimulates curiosity and leads me to wanting to try it. Just the color, just the appearance. But smell is another one of those senses that draws our attention and stirs up curiosity. So this is how they're coming. The things that this toxic stuff that they sell for people to eat, it's like what you see is not in its natural color. They use artificial dyes to change the color to something that resembles fruit. It's something that's more brightly and vibrantly colored. Because they understand that that's what we're attracted to. If they left this animal flesh in this natural doo-doo brown and green color, nobody's buying that. Nobody would buy that. But they, inject it with carbon monoxide and some of these artificial chemicals to enhance the color, to brighten up the color. They know they have to do that because if people saw it in its natural state, they would never buy it. Man, this is some good shit I'm sharing with y'all, man. Like, I'm just hearing this shit like this is really good. And they hit you with that. See, like they hit you with the 1-2. They get you with the visual, and then oftentimes Damn, Instagram disconnected my stream after 1 hour. Instagram has never disconnected my stream. It don't look like they disconnected it. I just got this dumbass message. Hold on. I don't give a fuck. If it's gone, it's gone. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time with it. I just tried to reconnect. I don't know. Hey, Instagram, if any of y'all are still there, let me know. Somebody let me know. Y'all been over here talking too. I've been in my shit though, like I've been in my zone, and that message kind of threw me off. But I do see Grand Earth Gardens, Grand Earth Gardens said that 3D printed meat is already in Detroit. And then Vegan Lee said he just witnessed a child having a drug rage and the parent gave in. And Just Loves Light is just talking about how the shit that people are eating, like it's really drugs. Instagram really did. Okay, let me see. That's some. They have never. I gotta hold on. I'm cause I want to get back on because it was a lot. It was a lot of lot going on in Instagram. There's a lot of good feedback and things. That's never happened before though. And I find it interesting. Like I was on I don't know if I told y'all, but there's a guy that oh shit. There's a guy on Instagram and this dude like he eats shit like brains. Like he eats brains. Shit like that. Right. And I can't even. And so I don't know, man. I've been just kind of going like I seen him on and I would comment. Okay, I just got to do this all over again. I got to do it all over again and start all over again. Okay. And I would comment on his post, just, with the truth. I ain't trying to insult him or anything, but just telling the truth. And he messaged me, he's like, I would love to debate you or some shit. And so that may be happening. Okay. Oh, Digital Wave, you was on Instagram too? All right, I'm back. I'm back. And I was like thrown off a little bit. No, you good, Mello? You good? I won't be able to read all of that on this live, but everybody else will. And there's no telling, like who your message could help. See you later, Joe. Have a great day, brother. Yeah, I had to, I don't know, man. Like I never got that message before that Instagram only allows you to go live for an hour. So I don't know what that was, but I'm back on. I see Jess is back. I comment, I don't know. I think the live had disconnected. What's up, Starseed? Rare Pokemon. What's happening? Oh, that's you. That's you, Digital Wave. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. That's the homie. What's up, Terra Incognita? Hey, I'm just gonna call you Happy. I'm gonna call you Happy. Look, I keep shortening your name. But this is how people are, this is how we, because I gotta include myself in it too, because I poisoned my body most of my life. But this is how we're able to continue living because of our bodies. Like our bodies are really just really amazing machines. And so they're always in a state of detox. The body is always removing toxins and poisons from itself. Always, always. It's always doing that. So this, like a lot of the shit that we eat that we shouldn't be eating, the body gets rid of it. And if you eat something, if it's eliminated, it doesn't cause a problem. It's when it's not eliminated and it just accumulates over time. The more these toxins, these poisons build up in your body, then the more of an impact it's going to have on your body. The more it's going to affect you in a negative way. If the body wasn't eliminating toxins, I don't think any of us would be alive. But we put poisons in, the body will eliminate it through the urine, through a bowel movement, through the eyes. You had to get that fucking mucus in your eyes, through your nose. If you have to spit, your ears, you get earwax in your ears, through your bad smell, like when people have body odor. When they don't put on deodorant to trap that body odor in, it comes out. Those are toxins coming out through sweating. All of these are just your tongue. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's so many ways the body eliminates toxins. And again, the body is doing this 24/7. This is why we can poison our bodies the way we do and we don't die like so fast. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's more to it, but that's a big part of it. Like that's the main part of it. So that's why. That's why. Or that's part of why. And so, detox is not something that you do. Like people say, I'm going on a detox. No, you're not. You're just going to cooperate with your body and help and support your body's detoxification efforts. You're going to do a better job at supporting what your body already does instead of like operating as an enemy of your body. And as your body is eliminating toxins, you're dumping them back in. And it's just like a cycle. The body eliminates them, you dump them back in. Body eliminates, you dump them back in. And what happens is like shit. If you eat like nearly everybody eats, you're feeding more toxins than the body can eliminate. Because if you factor in like people eating 3 times a day and snacking and all of this, not to mention what people are drinking, the coffee, the alcohol, the energy drinks, blah, 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 the soda, all this shit, you factor all this in. That's a lot of fucking toxins that people dump into their body. The body can't keep up. So, it may get rid of most of it. And then like you eat a big meal and then like a few hours later, so you're eating again. Your body hasn't even digested everything you just ate the first time. So again, it's going to eliminate a lot of it. I'm assuming a lot, but it's not going to get rid of it all. And it just slowly accumulates over time. And for some people, it accumulates faster than others. That's why some people have heart attacks in their 30s. Some people don't have heart attacks until like their 60s or something. I knew one girl. She was in her 20s, like 25, somewhere around there. And she had cancer. She was battling cancer, going to chemo, all that shit. I don't even know if she's still alive now, but she was just in her 20s with cancer. Some people don't catch it in their 20s. Like some people don't develop till, later in life. So it's different with everybody. It's a gamble. It's a gamble whenever you eat shit that you're not supposed to eat, because you don't know how it's going to affect you or how fast it's going to affect you. Like there's just too many unknowns. Where do I live? I live in Cleveland, the Cleveland, Ohio area. What's up, Donna? I remember you. Your name is familiar. Welcome to the live. Oh, have you, man? Sheesh. People be stinking. People be stinking. And they don't know, but they be stinking. Like my sense of smell has gotten a lot more sensitive, and I be smelling people a lot. Like, damn. Breath be bad, body odor, like, damn. And I don't even think they know. Because I feel like if they knew, they wouldn't have came out in public like that. But yeah. What's up, Nina? What's up, Brian? When you started eating clean, did you experience withdrawal symptoms, headaches, etc.? Yeah, I talked about this yesterday. I didn't experience withdrawal symptoms like that, like headaches and stuff. Not that I remember. I don't remember anything like that. My withdrawal symptoms were different. My withdrawal symptoms were consistent with a drug addict's. It was dreams about eating the shit that I didn't want to eat no more. Nightmares about it. Just the constant pressure being applied to go back to eating it. It would be thoughts that I would have that would just torment me. Like just constant, just nonstop certain days. It's just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? It would be stuff like that. That's the type of withdrawal symptoms that I went through. The temptations, the cravings, like just being so strong, like so intense. And earlier on, trying to fight that, I remember just like, this can't be the right way. Because there's no way I could keep having battles like this. And eventually I'm gonna lose one. I'm not gonna win them all. I won this one, I won the one last week, blah, blah, blah. But they just keep coming. They just keep coming. And sometimes they're really intense. Like I remember one evening, I was driving home and like thoughts, they just started coming. And to go get a pizza. And they were so intense. And I'm just like doing the best I can, what I knew at the time, to just resist it and not go. I had to drive past a pizza place, and I actually did it, which was really, really hard. And I got home and they was still. It was still. It's like, God damn, just nonstop. It was so intense. And they just wouldn't stop. And I didn't know how to make it stop then. I know how to make it stop now. I didn't know how to make it stop then. And so I when I got home, like my room at the time was in the basement. I went in the basement and just laid on the floor. I just laid on the floor, and I'm just basically like, no, I'm not gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. And I'm trying, but eventually I started getting weak, and I was getting really close to doing it. And the only thing that saved me that evening was I ended up falling asleep. That's the only thing that saved me. And when I woke up, it was gone. But it would come back. It would come back. It was like, okay, you won this one, I'll be back. And it came back. And I just realized, like, it'll never stop. It's never going to stop. Like, and I eventually, just, I don't know. I ain't going to say discover. I don't know. I was made aware that there was a better way to go about it and to like win, like really win, where I wouldn't have to go through all these battles like this. Because there's no way you can have fights this intense and win them all. And I'm there now. Like, I don't deal with that stuff now, but those are the types of withdrawals that I had. What's up, Larry? How you doing, my brother? What's up, Joanne? It is an addiction. Like, it's a drug addiction. And I mean, it can't be anything else because drugs are addictive. Only drugs are addictive in terms of what you put in your body. Now, there's behaviors that can be addictive, but as far as what you consume, drugs are addictive. Poison is not addictive. I mean, some drugs are, pretty much all drugs are poisonous. But I'm just saying, like, food is not addictive. And that's all you like. It's either food or it's not food. It's either food or it's full of chemicals. Like that's what drugs are. It's a combination of chemicals. That's what drugs are. All drugs are developed by scientists in laboratories playing around with chemicals, mixing them together and testing them out on some mice or rat or human to see how they're affected by it. And they just keep playing with chemicals until the certain combination or mixture of chemicals is giving the desired result. That's the same shit in the things that people are eating. There's no difference. The bad way of eating has been all my life. I guess it falls to how much I want this for myself and whether I feel I'm worth the effort. That's a great acknowledgement because it does come down to that. Like, really, it comes down to how much do you love yourself and how much do you value and appreciate your health. That's what it comes down to. How much do you want to be healthy or to stay healthy? How much do you want it? All you got to do is want it. Like if you, and like the truth is, you either want it or you don't. That's it. Like we not even going to make it complicated. You either want it or you don't. You either want to be healthy or you don't. You either love yourself or you don't. If you love yourself, you're going to take the best possible care of yourself that you know how to do. You can't do what you don't know. But when you know, you can strive. Like I'm not saying once you know, you're automatically doing, but once you know, you're striving to do. Yeah, there's going to be some struggle, but you're striving to do it. You know, it could take years before you actually get there, but you're striving to do it. And you're not going to, even if you give up, you're going to get back on. You're not going to just give up permanently. Like you may give up temporarily, but you're going to get back on. If your self-love is strong enough, if the love for your health is strong enough, you could really say it comes down to what you love. You could really say it like that. What do you love? Do you love your health or do you love your friends? Do you love your health or do you love your social life? Do you love your health or the relationships? Your health or the restaurants? Your health or the bars or the clubs? What do you love? That's what it comes down to. And so whatever you love is going to have your affection and your attention. That's it. That's all it is to it. So what do you love? You know, most people love drugs over their health, over themselves. And that's all it is to it. You know, I love the drugs too. But I didn't love the drugs more than my health. A lot of people do. That's what it comes down to. So what do you love? Yeah, you know, Starseed, that's why Starseed said similar for me when I was talking about the withdrawals. She said, no dreams, yet once it's in the mind, that temptation is harsh. And that's a fact. Once you allow that seed to be planted and those thoughts to start forming, feelings are coming shortly after. And like I learned this just from, you know, observing myself on my journey. You let that thought in, and then that one thought is going to turn into two, and two is going to turn into three. And you keep entertaining those thoughts, and those thoughts are going to produce feelings. When you start, that's when it's over. When the thoughts produce feelings, you really got a battle on your hands now. So I learned how to not ever let it get that far. I learned how to not even allow the thought to form. So I don't have the battles anymore. I don't have the cravings. I don't have the temptations because I stopped the thought before it can even form. And this is something that I learned to do in my journey. And I tell people how to do it all the time. And it's like people they're just not getting it. What do you say to cravings now that you've been in a battle for a while? I don't understand that question, Jess. What's up, Jay? I am finally back to eating just vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, and mushrooms. How long you been on it? Hey, that's a fact. So divinely, that's a fact. That is a fact. But once the truth is out, you're not deceived anymore. Once the truth comes out, now whatever you do after you know the truth is a choice. When you don't know the truth, it's not a choice. You're deceived. You don't know no better. You're ignorant. I ate most of my life because I was the way I did. I ate the way I did most of my life because I was ignorant. I didn't know. I was deceived. They fucking tricked me. You know what I'm saying? Once I learned the truth, though, is okay. So if I keep doing it, this is a choice now. I'm not, because I'm not deceived anymore. I'm not ignorant anymore. I know now. And if I'm still choosing that way, then this is just a choice. And I've done that because, you know, transition is a progress. It's a process. It doesn't just boom, you know the truth and now you set free. Or I'll say it like you heard the truth and now you set free. That's not the way that works. Because you got to get the truth from your mind into your heart. You got to get it planted in your heart. And then like there's just a process. And like I can't tell you how long it takes because that's going to be different for everybody. But that's what the process is. Once you hear a truth, the next thing that you need to do is get that truth from your mind to your heart. And you do that just by hearing it over and over and over, making sure you're hearing it, you're listening to it over and over and over, even if you got to tell it to yourself. You know, one of the things that I've done in the past is I've recorded certain things. Like I've recorded myself speaking, especially with affirmations. I recorded myself saying affirmations. So I don't have to keep saying it to hear it. Now I could just hit play and I could hit loop so it repeats. And now I'm hearing truth over and over and over. I would play that while I was asleep. And it would just play all night. Make sure my phone is plugged up. And it's just playing all night. So although I'm asleep, I feel like subconsciously I was still hearing it. On some level, I was still hearing it. Because on one level, I'm asleep and I'm unaware to what's going on in the natural world, the physical world. But on another level, I never sleep because I'm energy. Energy doesn't get tired. You know what I'm saying? So on that level, it's being heard all night, the whole time I'm asleep. So like there's a few things that I've done to make sure I'm hearing the truth repeatedly. And I say this a lot, and I don't know if people are really doing it, but it's necessary. That's why it's important who you follow on social media. That's very important. You shouldn't be following anybody on social media that is not in alignment with, you know, your desires, your passions, you know, your goals. Anybody on your social media that's speaking things that's against what you're doing. It don't have to be like intentional or even directed at you. It could just be a random comment or like a random post that had nothing to do with you. But you see it, you read it. You shouldn't have anybody in your feed like that. You know, like I only eat fruit. So I don't allow anything else to show up in my feed. Because whatever's in your feed is feeding you. I don't know if that's why they called it a feed, but that's a powerful truth right there. Whatever is in your social media feed is feeding you. You're eating it. And you become what you eat. So, you know, if I have like a restaurant pop up in my feed, they're getting blocked. If I have friends that are, you know, just posting shit that, you know, from a restaurant, from here, there, whatever, something that they made like whatever. If it's not fruit, then at the least I'm gonna unfollow you. Like if there's a relationship already there, then I'm gonna unfollow you. If there's no relationship there, then I'm unfriending you or I'm blocking you. Like zero tolerance. Zero tolerance. Because what you allow yourself to hear is one of the most important things. It's probably the most important thing to your human existence. Because every word you hear is a seed, and you control what seeds are planted in your heart. And whatever seeds you allow to be planted in your heart is going to produce fruit. So you got to ask yourself, is this the fruit that I want? Do I want fruit from this type of seed? That's the way it works. I don't know if y'all, you know what I'm saying, understanding what I'm saying, but that's the way it works. It's really simple. It's simple in principle. We don't think of what we listen to as eating, but it is. And it's this eating, what we listen to, that's responsible for our physical eating and just really everything, every decision that we make in life. I heard someone say that the ear is like a womb, like a womb. And in the picture, there was like a baby, you know, just kind of following the shape of the ear. You know, what you allow to go into your ear, you're going to give birth to. These are powerful truths, y'all. I don't know if y'all getting this, man. This shit will change your fucking life. These are laws that I live by every day. And I don't bullshit around with. I don't play no games when it comes to stuff like this. Congratulations, Jade. Let's get it. Adam, the way you talk about breaking down and then laughing about it says a lot. That says a lot. The fact that you think it's funny that you broke down and ate some shit that contains chemicals that are poisonous to your body, and you just laughed about it, says a lot about your state of mind. It says a lot about what you love and what you don't love. Because there's like, if that happened to me, there wouldn't be anything funny about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm glad I don't miss. Joanne said I still miss eating shrimp and fish. That's just room for growth. I don't miss nothing. But it took me time to get here. I don't miss none of that shit. I was in the grocery store a few days ago, and I went over to that section, and I was looking at the shrimp and the little lobster. That shit looks so fucking disgusting. Like it was all raw and on ice. I see why they call shrimp the fucking, and I think lobster too, and all the whatever type of creatures those are. I see why they call them the roaches of the ocean. Them motherfuckers look disgusting. Disgusting. I'm looking at, and I used to eat it. I'm looking at this shit like, people eat this nasty looking shit. Like people just override that visual, thinking of long term, thinking about, you know, what it could taste like after they cook it, after they put fire to it. I'll say it like that. Thinking about what it's going to look like and taste like after they put fire to it, and, they probably put some fucking, like a block of pus in that skillet, which people call butter. You know what I mean? And I don't know, maybe some of that artery clogging oil, maybe fry it, however they do it. And then you get that sauce and you finish fucking putting the fire to it. And then you smother it in sauce. And, you can make it taste good. That shit looks disgusting, though. Roaches of the ocean. What's up, DD? You give yourself way too much credit, bro. You could never make me mad. You have no fucking power over me or how I feel. Like, you have any idea how arrogant it is of you for you to think that you have that kind of power over me, that you could make me mad? Stop, bro. Stop. And I don't say that like, I'm just saying. But welcome back, though. Welcome back. I'm glad you came back. Have you ever seen a lot of parasites that you detox out through? I've never seen a parasite come out of me in my life, and I look at every single one of my bowel movements. I ate watermelon for 160 days. I never seen a parasite. I ate watermelon for 104 days. I've never seen a parasite. I only eat fruit. I've never seen a parasite. I've never seen a fucking parasite. I don't even understand how, like, people just believe any fucking thing. How do you know that you even, like, when people be like, I got parasites, like, how the fuck do you know? You seen it? No, but so-and-so said blah, 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 blah. But did you see it? If you haven't seen it, you don't know. You're just choosing to believe somebody for whatever reason because they said whatever they said, and you're choosing to believe them. You don't know. People be blaming their addiction on some fucking parasites. No, you're just addicted. You're an addict. And you don't want to take responsibility for it. So you're going to blame it on some fucking bugs or insects that you don't even know you have. So I'm not saying it's not a thing. I'm just saying, how do you know? And I'm not directing this at you. This just kind of went in this direction. Like, I hear people talk about parasites a lot. It's like, how do you know? And when I ask people, how do you know you have parasites? They can't answer that. The only answer for, like, I would liken it to something like this. Say you went to the hospital just for a routine checkup and you felt great, right? You felt great, better than ever. And you go in there and, you sit down, little quack come out and, check you out and all that stuff. And then the quack comes back and say, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so, I got some bad news for you. Now, you was feeling great when you came in there. But when you hear the quack say that, now you're full of fear. You're worried. You're concerned. You forget all about how great you feel because of what this quack said. You see what I'm saying? And, like, what the quack is saying is not even in alignment with how you feel. But you trust the words of a quack over what your body is telling you. So I'm just saying, like, people, it's like people will believe any fucking thing that people say sometimes. Certain people say, especially if it's a person of reputation. We just in general, people will give credibility to anybody with a title. If they got a title, like, people just automatically assume they legit and they know what they talking about. if they got education, if they got fucking paper on a wall in the frame, a degree, then you see that and you just automatically assume they know what they talking about. You automatically trust, like not you, I mean, just saying people in general will automatically trust in a person that they know nothing about, a complete stranger, just because they have a degree. You know nothing about this person as a person. You don't know nothing about the type of person they are, their character, their fucking values. Like, you know nothing about them. But if they got a title, if they have a DD before their name or a PhD or like anything like that, you see a fucking plaque on the wall, paper with a stamp, you automatically just trust what they say. Like they can't be full of shit too. Like they can't be wrong too. Like they just fucking perfect. Like they can't be idiots too. Like they can't be brainwashed and deceived too. Like they can't be indoctrinated too. Like they're not in the matrix too. And they are all of the above because they are a part of this corrupt, demonic, evil, satanic system. And what they call the healthcare industry, which is really the sick care industry, is a part of that satanic, demonic, evil system. Period. If they're following if they're just following, just going with the flow and doing what everybody else do, if they're compliant to the laws of this land and just, falling in line like good little boys and girls and doing everything that this corrupt ass system tell them to do and just playing by the rules and all this shit, they're deceived. They're brainwashed. They're not trustworthy. And on top of that, they're strangers. They don't give a fuck about you. They're there to make money. So you are just a bag. That's all you are. They look at you and see a bag. And they're thinking, how can I get as much money out of them as possible? That's all it is. And people will just trust them blindly, like they're supposed to trust God. Like they put them in God's place. That's what it is. I agree, fake food has got to be addictive. There is no such thing of fake food. See, y'all gotta get rid of these deceptive terms. There's no such thing of fake food. It's either food or it's not. There's no fake food. Bobby by default, what's up, my brother? I've been fruitarian 3 years, and in the middle of the first year, I ordered 3 big pieces because of heavy withdrawals. Cheese actually binds to opioid receptors. That's a fact. Cheese is full of opiates, like heroin. Like, this is a fact. And what they call pizza, like, there's no such thing of a pizza. If a person is thinks they're eating pizza, they're eating about 70, 80, 90 different chemicals at one time. That's what they're eating. There's no such thing of a pizza. And I'm telling you, like, when I say it like that for a reason, because truth sets you free. But yeah, there's no such thing of a pizza. That's what they call it. That's a lie. When they tell you this is pizza, they're lying. That ain't no motherfucking pizza. Let me see the ingredients. Because if it was a pizza, when you looked at the ingredients, it would just say pizza. It wouldn't say nothing else. But you see a list of 60, 70 different chemicals, and then you don't even know everything that's in it because, like, it's always going to have natural and artificial flavors. And these are just generic terms. These are just like umbrella terms. They don't give you specifics on what these flavors are. They just tell you natural, artificial flavor. Well, what the fuck are they? They don't have to tell you. This could be an additional hundreds of chemicals. Like you don't even know what these are. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you're really eating when you eat that. And it's the most addictive thing in the world. Like that's a real statistic. Like if you search, you go search, Google search most addictive food. And you got to type in food because, I mean, you can't type in most addictive bullshit. You know, you got to type in food to get an answer. Most addictive food, pizza is going to be number one. And I feel like pizza has been number one for years. It's a drug buffet, a drug smorgasbord. That's the word I was looking for. Joanne, I don't understand what you mean when you say I really do want to break from eating food. Being sick is a choice. Absolutely. Every time you eat, you're choosing sick or you're choosing health. You're choosing life or you're choosing death. You're choosing good or you're choosing evil. Every time you eat, every time you put something in your body, eat or drink. And of course, if you shooting something into your veins, if you're fucking snorting something up your nose or swallowing pills or inhaling smoke into your lung, like whatever, you're always making that choice. Life or death. Health, disease. Good, evil. God's table, Satan's table. That's it. There's no gray area. That's what's up, Adam. You know, like the verse that like is really powerful to me is Genesis 129. Like I just find it interesting that as soon, like according to the story, I'm not a Christian, I'm not religious. I do love the Bible though. And so according to the story, God made man. And it's like one of the first things God told man was what to eat. It was either the first or second thing. And I don't remember which one is first, but they only had like two things. You know, take care of the garden, right? I'm paraphrasing. Take care of the garden, and here's your food. That was it. And this is in a world without any suffering, without any death, sickness, disease, depression, anxiety. This is a world free from all of that. And that's what God gave them to eat. Animals wasn't on the menu. Nothing processed was on the menu. The only thing on the menu came from a tree. It came off of a tree. I'm on point every day, DD. You better recognize. You better recognize. Nah, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. And I appreciate your energy today. What's your question, Mello? I didn't see it. Thank you, Kristen. Do I practice any type of meditation? I'm always in a state of meditation. It'd be like when you understand what meditation is, like, on a more broader spectrum. I used to think meditation was just, sitting down with your legs crossed and, either chanting or just being still, being quiet, trying to silence the mind, things like that. That's how I used to view meditation. But how I view meditation now is really just self-observation, self-reflection. The quiet, the stillness are necessary. You want to block out distractions. That's necessary. Right. But from there, as much as possible, and from there, it's just a matter of just self-reflecting, going inward, self-reflecting, self-observation, asking questions, just thinking. You know what I'm saying? Seeking to understand. So in that regard, I'm always in a state of meditation. Like I feel like I'm in a state of meditation more than I'm not. Because you can meditate anytime. When you understand, the broader meaning of it. You can meditate while you're driving to work or driving to the store. You know what I'm saying? You can meditate while you work out. You know, um, you could go for a walk through the park and meditate. Go for a walk in your neighborhood and meditate. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm always on that. Like it's necessary. Hey, we all a work in progress, Adam. All of us. Thank you, Joanne. You are what you eat, Mello. If you eat toxic, you will be toxic. As simple as that. Hey, what's up, Jerry? And yeah, so Jerry said, physically, I feel great because I take great care in choosing what I put into my body. But I was not prepared for how lonely this lifestyle would feel. And you know why that is? It's because you live in a world where people don't give a fuck about what they eat. And now you do. And people are not going to change. Well, I'm not going to say are not going to change, but most don't, just from what I've seen. And from what I've seen, most people don't even care to change. Like you could tell a person that what they're eating, like you could even show it to them. Like I've done this before. Like, see this right here? This is paint thinner. And the reply I got back, I don't care. And they just proceeded to eat. Like, do you realize they put chemicals that are used as paint thinner in things that people eat? Do you realize they put chemicals that are used in antifreeze in things that people eat? It's a fact. It's a fact. I could tell you what both of them are off the top of my head. Yeah, you got that right, Donna. You got that right. Food grows in nature, and we eat it the way nature gave it to us. There's no added ingredients, there's no added chemicals, there's no artificial flavors or preservatives or colors or none of that. It's one thing. It's not 70. It's not 100. It's one thing. So yeah, you're right. What's up, Sunlight? Is there a reason that you eat only fruits and not vegetables? I don't like vegetables. There's no deep reason to it. I don't like the way they look and I don't like the way they taste. Vegetables are nasty. When I look at vegetables, there's nothing in me that says, "Ooh, that look good." Now, when I look at fruit, I'm always saying that. "Ooh, that look good." I've never said that looking at a vegetable. And I look at vegetables every time I go to a market or to a grocery store. I always look at the vegetables. I have never once said, "Ooh, that look good." I'm always saying, "Ugh, people eat that shit. Ugh, that shit look nasty. Shit look disgusting." That's what I say or think when I see vegetables. And I know they nasty. That's why I don't eat them. Hey, Kristen or Digital Wave. Hey, Digital Wave, you still doing ASMR? And what type of ASMR videos do you like to watch? Do I still study the Bible? I've never stopped. Well, I ain't gonna say I never stopped. I mean, I've had periods where I didn't, like I wasn't really into it as much as I was at other times. Like you're talking about over the course of, about 30 years, you know. Um, but I've been like, and this is not even my doing. This is not my doing. I'm just kind of like led to these certain places in the Bible. And I've been in Genesis, just the first couple chapters of Genesis for about 6 to 8 months. And more things have been being revealed to me you're talking about like just in 3 chapters, not even 3 chapters, just 2 chapters. No, 3. Genesis chapter 1, 2, and 3. Like I've been on those 3 chapters for about, like total, for about 8 months. I just started being led to Genesis chapter 3. And I just started receiving just new, I guess, insights on Genesis chapter 3, just certain things. So, yeah, like that. I mean, that I don't see that ever stopping. I don't know what you mean, vaccine. I think I'm saying that right. But I don't know what you mean by a reading it from an esoteric standpoint. Interesting comment about loneliness. We tend to try and fill our void with food or other addictions, then when that void was never meant to be filled by us. You know, when you're walking in the truth, you don't have a void no more. You know, the void is not real. There is no real void. The void, whatever voids we feel like we have, whatever we feel like is missing from our life, this is all based on deception. It's all based on lies that we believe to be true. There's no voids. Everything we need is already inside of us. But we look for it outside of us because we don't know that. Or we might not believe that. There's no voids. Cranial nerve exams. Interesting. Send me a video, Digital Wave. Send me a video that you like. I'm really interested in that. Cranial nerve exams. Wow. So they got ASMR for everything, huh? Oh, and you still working on your channel. That's what's up. You know, I feel like, I don't know if you're more consistent now, but I used to go to your channel and, you know, like see the comments and stuff. And I know at one point you weren't consistent at all. And I feel like if you were to ever be consistent and drop videos regularly, like your channel could blow up. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea ASMR was so big. You know, you hit me on to that, and man, I started just kind of surfing YouTube and scrolling, and it's like, damn, like millions of views, hundreds of millions of views, 20 million views. Hello? Hey, what's up? Well, I told you I would call you when I was on the way. I'm busy. I'll call you. I'll let you know when I'm coming. All right. That was drug. It wasn't drug rage, but that was drug fiending. I see you already know about the trisodium phosphate, Mellow. And the yep, and you got that right, because sugar is the biggest, most addictive, most abused, deadliest, most toxic drug on the planet. Sugar. Sugar. And everybody think that's food. There is nothing more harmful or addictive on the planet than sugar. There's nothing that kills more people than sugar. There is nothing that causes more disease than sugar. And it's everywhere. And it's in everything. Shit is wild. Well, the Instagram feed stopped again, and I am over 2 hours in, and I'm honestly not even ready to go. Like, I feel like I could just keep going. Like, I mean, like, I know I can keep going. I'm not tired or anything, but I just feel like I need to get off. I feel like I need to do something else. It definitely was, Ayana. By nature, we are fruit eaters. The first humans were fruit eaters. So you're right. It just wasn't called a fruitarian lifestyle. It was just, this is what you eat. Yeah, it could be tough when you work 9 to 5 and then I get it. I definitely get it. Congratulations on your subscribers. Hey, too much or too less of anything will do damage. Shit, even too much water can kill us. Everything is about balance essentially, and that's a fact. And I've read stories about people drinking. There was just recently a story that I heard about a woman, a mother, a wife that wanted to hydrate, and I don't know how much water she tried to drink, but you know, she started drinking water and she drank too much and she died. Like, this is in a short period of time. So like, there's only so much water you can drink in a short period of time. We're not talking about she was just, guzzling down gallons of water. It's probably like a period of like 4 or 5 minutes. She was drinking water and it killed her. I ain't even gonna get started on drinking water. You welcome, Minith. Minith Ann. I didn't even know you was in here. You was just hanging out in the background, huh? Well, welcome to the live. Yeah, I don't hate it's not personal. I don't hate vegetables. But see, like, look at what you said though. I know you hate vegetables, but I love some roasted broccoli with some no salt seasonings. See, like, that's not even broccoli you're eating though. Eat it by itself. I would love some roasted broccoli with some no salt seasonings too. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the same thing as eating broccoli. Because broccoli doesn't come roasted and it doesn't come with seasoning on it. So try eating that broccoli raw. See, I only eat raw. If I was still like using heat, using fire, oh yeah, hell yeah, run it. Shit, invite me over. Let's have some roasted broccoli. But I only eat raw. Like, I don't use fire for anything. So it's totally different then. And then you realize, you know what? I don't even like broccoli. I like it after I fix it up. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is what came to mind, so I'm gonna say it. It's like having a girlfriend, and when she don't have no makeup on, it's like, ugh, you ugly. I don't even like you right now. But then she go put makeup on, fix her face, and then it's like, ooh, come here, baby. Like, you look like she look good now. Now you, like, you know what I'm saying? But without the makeup, you see the truth. And it's like, ugh, I can't believe I'm in this thing with you. I deserve better. You know what I'm saying? She fucking put a bunch of makeup on. She throws some fake hair in her head. She throws some fake lashes on. She paint her nails, all these different things. It's not even the same person. I mean, it's the same person, but it's not. That's what people do to the things they eat. A lot of things that we eat, we don't like, but we just put makeup on it. You know what I'm saying? We fix it up, you know, until we like it. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, you eat raw? Ooh. Hey, if you like it, like I don't knock nothing. If you like it, that's what matters. Like if you could eat raw broccoli and raw carrots, like you don't need to add nothing to it, and you like it, then that's what's up. You still eating from nature. You know, like even like the roasted broccoli with the no, like you're still eating from nature. Like you're still eating so much better than you could be. You know what I'm saying? It's not processed. It's not like I don't know what's in the seasoning, but like generally speaking, it's not, you're not eating 40, 50, 60, 70 different things at once. What you're eating is likely not toxic. Again, I don't know what's in the season, but I'm just saying. Like you're still eating pretty good. So I don't want that to come off as like that's horrible that you do that. Because that's great. Like that's really great. Like my only point was in saying that is, do you really like the broccoli? And that's just a period I went through, and just me recognizing in myself that like the shit I was eating I didn't even like most of the shit I was eating I didn't like, because I had to fix it up. Like I couldn't eat it if I didn't fix it up, and it was just like, you don't even like it, so that's the only point I make. That's really good eating though. That's really good eating. And I've always like I know you've been on you've been on it, like, and I know I've said this to you before, but like you're just kind of like really further along than most people, you know. Like I remember when I first met you, and it was like, and I was learning about how you was eating, and it was like, wow, you care. Like I remember just being shocked by that, because like, and it was like, I don't really want to say age, but I don't know how else to say it. But you're just young. You know what I'm saying? And you care about what you eat. Like you're conscious, like you're making conscious decisions. And I was just like, wow, that's really amazing. Because I wasn't doing it. I did shit. I ain't give a fuck. You know. So, I know you be doing your thing and you eat really well. Like that's the truth, Mello. Like we're not supposed to drink water. Like water is not here for us to drink it. That's not why water is here. And so I won't get too much into that, but what Yaki said right there is right. Although he still advocates and recommends drinking water, which is interesting because he'll say it's not meant for us. Like, and I've heard him say that. But then he'll say, in certain situations, he'll recommend drinking it, which, I find that interesting. I don't know. But it's definitely not like, that's not why water is here. And so, but I won't get into all of that now. That's what's up, Tara Incognito. I'm just going to say Tara. That's what's up, Tara. Congratulations. Are you like full fruit? I feel like you said this already, but I don't remember. Are you full fruit, like 100%? Or like 80? 80-20? Or how you doing it? Oh, that's what's up, Terry. Hey, what's up, No Limits? Welcome to the live and thank you. Thoughts on sea moss and bladder wrack? Hey, thank you. For then fit. I don't know how to say your name. I appreciate you, brother. Sea moss and bladder wrack. I used to take it. I used to take sea moss, bladder wrack, and burdock root in peel form. It was supposed to give you all the minerals that your body needs, like the combination of those three. I don't really have thoughts on it. You know, I've heard people refer to sea moss as fish food. You know, I mean, I don't know. I'll say like where I'm at on it, the things we are land animals. And so our food is on land. We're not fish, we're not water animals, or we're not mammals or sea creatures. You know, all of our food is on land. That's about as far as I go with it. Like I have no interest or desire for it. You know, it supposedly has a lot of benefits and all these different things, but shit, sugar got benefits, but it's still toxic and poisonous to the body and it's highly addictive. But you know, coffee has benefits. It's still a psychoactive drug. You understand what I'm saying? Salt has benefits, but it's still addictive. You know, nothing. I ain't gonna say that, but I'm just saying, just because it got benefits, don't mean that we're supposed to consume it. A lot of shit got benefits that we shouldn't be consuming. So I don't know. Like I don't really have any thoughts on sea moss or bladderwrack. You know, I'm just not interested in it. You know, my thing is fruit. You know, I know sea moss or bladderwrack can't be consumed in their natural state. And so just based on that, for me, it's a no. Because just when I look into nature, I don't see any other animals, any other forms of life altering what they eat before they eat it. And so that's what I follow. I don't listen to what people say. I'm not listening to these experts, these idiots, and what they say. I'm looking at nature and I'm looking at, you know, how it's done in nature. Because nature reveals to us our natural way. That's what I'm looking at. So, hey, nuts are fruits too. So you 100% fruit. That's what's up. 3 years. Congratulations, brother. This level of existence is a rare plane. You absolutely right. But at one point, it was the only plane. This was just normal. Like, can you imagine? Like at one time, just eating fruit was just normal. It's just what everybody did. We've come a long way from that. Not in the good direction, though. Is mono best way of eating fruits? I'm gonna say yeah. Like I'm actually going through. I'm not 100% resolved on that because I mono ate for 500 days and I became underweight. So now I'm in the process of building my weight back up. You know, when I was underweight, I was experiencing a lot of side effects, and I won't get into it. I got videos on my YouTube where I talk about it. But so now I'm building my weight up, and to build my weight up, I've been doing combinations. Like I've been eating, say, like I'll eat pecans with dates, or I'll eat avocado with dates, to put weight on. And I've been adding weight. Now, could I put the weight on if I was just mono eating? I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like I could. It would be really hard to put weight on just mono eating. So that's the thing that, I'm questioning. But just, as far as digestion goes, absolutely. Because you're mono eating, your body only has to digest one thing, and it's the most energy efficient for your body. And energy is everything. You know, really, our diet should be like the way we eat, like we should be conserving as much energy as possible so the body can use that energy for other things like healing, repairing, regeneration. You know what I'm saying? If you're eating too many things at once, you make digestion complicated. Now the body has to use more energy, more resources to break all that shit down. And that means less energy being used to regenerate, repair, heal, yada, yada. So, yeah. Hey, I got a dirt bike lover in here. When is the Bear Creek video coming out? I don't know, because I don't publish the videos on my channel. I got a guy that does that for me. I got a lot of videos though, bro. Oh wait, AJ, I met you at Bear Creek. Yeah, okay, that gotta be you. I was just about to talk about you too, about the video that I got of you. I'm gonna get that one posted. I'm gonna get that one uploaded. I can upload that one because that's not too long. But I got so many clips though. But I'm gonna try to get that done for you today, bro. I met AJ at Bear Creek, and he was on this 4-wheeler and just riding through deep ass puddles of water. Like that water was like above the wheels, just about above the, and it was looking like he was gonna get stuck. And he would just plow through that 4-wheel drive, ain't no joke. And I was recording him because I never like people, everybody that go up there to ride don't really go up there to ride. Like people don't be wanting to get dirty or muddy or anything. And he didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck. And I had to record it. So yeah, I'm gonna get that posted ASAP, bro. Thanks for reminding me. I'm still new, but could you explain mono eating? Is it exactly as it sounds, just eating one item? You got it, Lamar. That's it. But it's not, it's just eating one thing at a time. That's what it is. It doesn't mean eating one thing all day. Now, you can do it like that. You could eat one thing for a whole week, or you just each time you eat. You know what I'm saying? So, like today, let me see, what if I mono eaten? I mono ate a cucumber. I don't like saying it like that, make it sound so technical. But when I first hopped on the live, I was eating a cucumber, nothing else. Right? That's what mono eating is. I don't know if I tried other fruits earlier today, but I wouldn't say it, like I ended up throwing them all away though. Um, durian. Yesterday I was on live and I was eating a durian, just a durian. You know, um, Earlier this year I ate just watermelon for 104 days. Now that's like that's more on the like extreme end of it, So it's just every time you eat, you just eat one thing at a time. That's all it is. I really don't even like that word because it makes shit complicated. And I like to steer away from anything complicated. Seeds and quinoa fruit, yes and yes. In fact, I was talking to someone today that she was saying that chickpeas are fruits too. And she was telling me that she just soaks her chickpeas and quinoa in water and she's able to eat them. She don't even have to put fire to them. She had me like, I didn't know you could do that. And seeds, so are seeds fruit? Okay, so seeds produce fruit. So they would have to be fruit because the seed reproduces after its kind. Like you're not going to ever plant an apple tree seed, right? Or say plant apple seed and get oranges or get grapes or get cabbage. You're going to get apples. The seed reproduces after its kind. So in order for an apple seed to reproduce apples, it has to be the apple. It's just an apple in a different form. It's like an apple in its infancy, in its embryonic stage. If that makes sense. Oh, that was a 700. Okay. Hey, you too, AJ. Have a great one, bro. Yep, so I'm about to get off of here now. We coming up on 2.5 hours. But hey, thanks everybody for hanging out with me. And thank you for your energy, for sharing your time with me. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Rich? I'm about to get off of here. Oh, I didn't even know you've been on here. But yeah, I appreciate y'all, sharing your energy, your time with me. I appreciate the good energy that's been in the chat. I appreciate you, Didi, for coming with a different energy today. And yeah, y'all have a great rest of the day. I'm gonna try to get back on here soon.